Hello everybody, WildTracker here. Welcome to another episode here on our single player Let's Play. Playing the 1.9 snapshots, and we are in edition 40B at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We're on the latest snapshot when we record this. I do understand there's a few things that are broken in this things like item elevators. So that's something we're going to have to be aware of making our mob farms, but hopefully some new ideas will be created for that. This thing, I think I've got a little guy stuck down there somewhere, although he seemed to drown after a while. So, but we may have to put a little lava pit down there somewhere for the little guys to go, because they certainly don't end up down here, which is good. They don't got the elevator at all. So we'll probably have to put that in stage, but yeah, this is working pretty good. I've got all my items sorted out, so yeah, so flesh wants to go in there. We've had a few drops, so yeah, carrots and potatoes and whatnot, so yeah, pretty good, working well. So there's a few other mob farms we do need to get working on though. There's a few other things we got to do. We've got to do a proper mob farm. I think that's something we're going to be working on certainly in the next couple of episodes. Because yeah, there's a few bits and pieces we need, but something I do need that we don't have is slime, because we've got pistons but no sticky pistons, and that would be really handy to have. So yeah, we kind of need to look at where the options are for slime chunks, and I've kind of done that. You might notice the occasional fence post. Let's have a look around here. So what I've done is I've used a program to try and find slime chunks, because the only way of really doing it is to use a, you know, sort of to get down into the level 40 and below and sort of go into the caves and come across them. But I want something pretty close to home. Now there is one, I do believe, on the corner of that bit there, heading in here. In fact, that might be no, it's probably over there actually. So I think there's one slime chunk there. Underneath this lot there is actually 3 slime chunks together, which is pretty good, but I think it's kind of not this side but over the far side of there by the gate. So that's one option, and then yeah, because there's another one here, I think is a single one, and then it kind of goes into 3 over there somewhere. But I don't really need 3 slime chunks. It's not like there's me on a server or anything like that. It really, you know, it really is sort of, yeah, that is still glitching. It really is just me here, and I don't need that many. And I know from before, when I had a double slime chunk, I was generating loads of these. So this is one of the other slime chunks, which kind of, if you can see there, it kind of goes underneath here up to this point here. So I think that's going to be, as a single slime chunk, I think that's going to be the best option for us. So what I've done is I've made a note to the coordinates of that corner, and I think what we'll do is we'll create, rather than a way down to it here, we'll create a way down for it from the mine. So we'll kind of get down to level 40, is it, I think? And then we'll kind of mine our way across going that way. So I think I'll do that, get some stuff together, and I think I'll get some glass to make a platform in the middle at level 40, and then we can mine our way across to that corner of the chunk and get that cleared out, see what's over there. Now I believe, so we come down here to level 40. Now I believe that the corner of the chunk that I need to start mining out is basically here, which is -11,352, and if you look in the chunk section, you can see it goes from, well, 1515 there, 8, to 00 there, which basically means this chunk here and here, so going in that direction, is basically the chunk that slimes will spawn in. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to clear out the entire chunk, the 16 by 16. So we're going to go this way until the chunk, which is going 0, 1, 2, until that gets to 15, and then we'll do the same in the other direction, and we will just literally hollow this out, and we'll wait to see if we get some spawning. 5 more. Let's see if we get some spawning of slimes in here, because I don't know if there's any caves, but we'll soon find out. It's a bit dark in there for you guys. Apologies for that. Yeah, so that takes us along 14. That one should be 15. So and then we'll go in that direction, and we'll literally hollow the whole of this out and see what we get. So we've got this room cleared out and everything in it, and I've built another room down here, which I've put glass on, just so nothing will actually come out of it, and I know it's come from it. Nothing's come out of it yet, which has me a little worried, and I must admit I have not seen a single slime since I've been playing this in any of the caves or anything, so it has me a little worried, but we'll leave that there, and we'll allow it. I'll keep going down and checking on it, because I'm not going to do anything more unless I know there's actually some slime spawning down there, because that would be a waste of energy and things to do. So we're going to move on to something else, and that is really to start working on a mob farm. Now, one of the things I want to do, mob farms obviously work better in the sky when there's nothing else around them can spawn, but it'd also be nice if we were within the sort of spawning range of them as well. So what I don't want to do is just put something ugly up in the sky there, but what I'm thinking of doing is perhaps using one of these towers like this one here, which is existing. We could use over there, but we're kind of on this hill, and building a farm on top of it, and then allowing them to drop in. And as long as I've got, you know, all the caves within these mountains all done up, and also the hills behind, then it should really be an efficient farm. So I think I've got to get up there and have a look and see what it's like from the top. Well, you certainly get a good view from up here, that's for sure. So yeah, right at the very top is actually a nice 5x5 platform. We're probably going to have to build that up. In fact, let's look at that now. If we just drop down to there, we can start doing that. And then we'll probably build this outer section with probably something round the edge of it to make it look like we've built it, rather than you know, it was naturally spawned sort of thing, because I think it's got to be, I don't know, you know, maybe we just leave it natural as part of the rock, and we have literally built a house on top of it, or something like those lines, you know, a bit like you see in the Swiss Alps. You can see all these lovely mountains, and then, yeah, inside the mountain, or up on top of the mountain. Have we run out of stone? No, we haven't. Yeah, up on top of the mountain they build these wonderful restaurants and hotels and things like that. So maybe we'll do it something like that, but that certainly gives us our 5x5, which is natural, so that's pretty good. I've left that there so I know where it is I'm getting down, but we're going to have to change that, because although this is 5x5, the actual structure is going to be a lot bigger than that. What are you doing on the roof of my thing there, you little zombie? Ha! Excuse me. Yeah, so we need to sort of think about how this thing is going to be built, and the best way to do that is probably to work out where the centre is and what the centre is doing. So the centre itself is actually going to have to be a 4x4, so, and I'm thinking actually, now I'm doing that, we probably need it to be the sort of back 4x4, if you like, so we don't have as much coming out the front, but we'll certainly have some, but that should be okay, because now we have a clear line going down, and we have a clear line going down every side really. This one's obviously a little bit more, and then what we can do is actually put some supports up. So we're going to put this around like this first of all, and I'm going to work out roughly what area we need. So let's just put this here. So this is going to be the floor of the mob farm. That's how we're going to have the floor, and we're just going to use a very simple, hopefully tried and tested design, which essentially is we're going to have pads. So for example, if we build this out here, and this will kind of help us give an idea, there's definitely invisible glitching going on in this snapshot, as you can see there. I'm placing blocks, but they're not always showing. Let's have a look. So if we come out that far, We definitely need a 3x3 pad here. And we've got to decide, do we want spiders, for example? Do we want spiders spawning in here? And I'd probably say yes, and that's why I've got that size hole there then, because then the spiders will be able to drop down, and then we'll have to have a 2x2 channel. And then if we're going to make it, we're not going to make it really super efficient, you know, like the best, oh that is scary, like the best design ever going, because you know we'd have to light up everything to do it. So what we're going to do is just try and maximize the spawn pads. So we'll probably have another spawn pad here. We should fill in the bottom really before filling in the top. That would probably make sense, wouldn't it? But no, I don't do things like that. And let's just put down torches in the middle here to make sure nothing spawns while I'm up here. Let's just take these down a minute. Seeing as, yeah, that's one lost. Underneath, there we go. And again, get some more. So I'll just show you this basic layout, and then I'll go ahead and get the rest of it done. So that's 1, 2, we'll go out one more. In fact, we don't necessarily need to do that side. What we may end up doing is building it out using steps. Now I don't think, is this going to work if I do it at the top? Yes it is. So what we'll do is have, so from underneath it looks like it's sort of tapered in and held up, and you know we've got some shape to it. I just don't want this big ugly block type structure from underneath. It's got to, you know, it's got to look good and not invisible like that. That is scaring me, the way that is not showing, it's glitching out. So so we'll have one more there, and then essentially this will be the wall going up. So this is going to be the outside of the building, going up like that. And in fact the actual pads themselves are going to be too high as well, because what we don't want is the mobs themselves, once they drop off, actually going back on top of them again. So that's going to be there like that. Very good. We'll stick a light there and there for now, and one in the middle of the pad. So yeah, the mobs themselves, the idea is that they will spawn on here, they will drop off the sides, and we will have water channels. So we'll probably have some water underneath here, for example. We'll then push them out this way and then push them that way, where they will then drop down and be killed. So let me get the rest of these pads built. Well, I've pretty much got it laid out. These are going to be the walls going round. It's a lot bigger than I thought it's going to be. It's going to look massive from down the bottom, but what I need to do now is just test out that the water streams are going to work before I go any further. So from the centre we're going to have main ones going like that. Now these should reach all the way to there, which clearly don't, so that's not too bad actually, because if those, oh wait a minute, let's get rid of them a second. Blocks. Okay, let's just put those back there a second, and that's going to catch up because we do have this water to put in as well. So let's first of all do that there as well. Yep, and then let's try it with one there first of all, but I don't think it's not going to reach, is it? But then we're going to have probably like that, so we probably don't need that back one actually. Looking at it, is that going to add to it at all? I am being pushed over, so the water is just glitching basically. Yeah, hasn't quite reached there, but that's going to do the trick. So just looking at it now, we probably don't need that one there. We can put 3 in like that. So we can change, well, we change design, I don't know necessarily so much. Come on water, you have done. Oh, this glitching is getting really strange, isn't it? So this one should now be flowing me across and it does, and drops me down. And yeah, so that should work then in theory for them all. That's where we're going to have the water, but let's just try with those there. In fact, let's put that like that. Go and grab that, put that there. Very good. Alright, let's try it just there. Do we actually need these outer bits? Is a question, I guess, because what I forgot about was the fact I was making this too wide. My old designs I usually make one wide, and I don't usually worry about the spiders as such. So got water in there. Where's it going to push me? Is it going to push me all the way to the end? Still looks like it is. So that's good. Okay, so yeah, we could do that, but then I'm kind of thinking we'll probably just keep that in just for design purposes, and the same here, we'll probably just keep it in for design purposes on the outside, make that nice and neat. Okay, so now I know that's working. That's good. I just need to get rid of all this water, and then we'll start building up these levels. I'm going to need some more blocks, aren't I? Thankfully we should have something in here. Let's just use some wood. Very good, let me get on with that. Just come down to the bottom to have a look and see what it looks like from down below. So I've been working on the design element of it as opposed to just the practical side of it, and I think that's starting to look pretty good. I swapped out some of the stone for wood. I've used andesite in there. I'm not so sure about that, or whether we want to use another wood or something like that, maybe some more oak to go in there. So yeah, let me show you what I've done at the top. I've used wood stairs there for the roof. Just not sure about this andesite here, but I think it kind of looks okay. I think it sort of goes in, sort of blends in a bit without it being too standoutish. I was thinking about using some of the sort of the like the granite, or the sort of, what's the other one, the diorite. The diorite, I was thinking of using that, but I think no, we'll keep it as that, and that's fine. And then on the roof of the mob farm, so if you think we're not going to be using those, we need to get some more stone slabs. But yeah, if you think that this is going to come to this high, so we don't really want endermen spawning, so what we'll probably do is just make the roof out of these half slabs like this. So if we leave the area up in the roof of this empty, it doesn't matter. They'll basically, nothing will spawn on it because they are half slabs. So that kind of works out, and it means we get no light leaking through, and so on and so forth. So we can keep this coming around here, fill these bits with the andesite, and then we've got these spawning areas here. So this is basically the spawning area. What we could do as well is actually make this a spawning area, because that's kind of two there, so it'll be too high. Let's just use some half slabs for now. So if we did that, that gives us another spawning area where they can drop down into the water. And all I've done is the water for now. I've just used these to block them off. Obviously I blocked that middle one now because I realised that, yeah, the water's freezing up here. So if we have like that and like that, it will be all running water, and therefore it won't freeze. So that's why I filled that corner in, even though it's a bit of a waste of a block. But yeah, I think that's coming up pretty nicely now. So what I'm going to do is build the rest of this up. So the room is completely enclosed, so all we're going to do is copy that round the rest of it, and then get the half slab roof on top. That's the roof all finished off, and I've just put these lights in here. So I've kind of finished it off with a sloping roof, and then capped it with this half slabs. So that should look quite good from afar. And likewise, I put these torches in. Didn't really need them because this is obviously not spawnable, but I just wanted to sort of have a light coming from the top. I guess the other option is to use something like glowstone in there as well, if we can see these particles coming off. So not sure about that. And then if we have a look inside, so as you can see, I've got glowstone. Not glowstone, we've got redstone lamps here, which means I can turn them off. So I'm going to probably have to put some kind of trapdoor, get up on the roof, come down, just in case I need to get into here for maintenance. But as you can see, we are pretty much done in here. These lights are purely to light the floor, because the rest of it will automatically you won't be able to spawn on it because of the running water. So once we remove these blocks and that sort of thing, that'll all go down there. So really all I've got to do is dig this tunnel down and make an area for it to come out. So I'll take the coordinates and then we'll work out, you know, which direction they're going to come in and sort of get to them at the bottom and how far they're going to drop to make sure we kill them, because we're going to have to do at least 20 odd, but I think it's going to be a lot more than that, so we'll probably be dropping them something like so if that's the way there, yeah, so we'll be dropping them a good 50 blocks, I would imagine, and that's enough to kill them even with feather falling on boots and that sort of thing. So right, I'm going to go down, find out where the bottom is, and then yeah, get digging. Hopefully if we've done this right, well, we have, we come out here, so which is not bad, although we'll probably, yeah, we'll probably put an entrance in here, possibly down to it. So let's just hollow this bit out here, and then I think what we'll do to finish off the episode is we'll give it a test and see if we can get some mobs dropping down into that space. Let's just block that up as well. That's where we want the door to be, and then just to be safe, let's put some glass there. But I somehow don't think anyone's going to survive. Did you see that? That was lightning. That was lightning. Yes, we've got lightning. This is not something that we've had before. Now I'm trying to remember what the thing is. Is it if a skeleton gets hit by lightning, it turns into a horseman skeleton? I can't remember. It's something like that, isn't it? So that would be interesting. But I don't think it's a very common occurrence. I mean, how many creepers did we see that had actually been hit by lightning? Yeah, next to nothing really, wasn't it? So it'd be pretty cool though if we did, if we had some lightning and that happened. Right, forget those 2 horses we saved, because exactly the same thing has happened over here. So yeah, there was one horse with no skelly on it, so the skelly must have despawned, and then as soon as I got within the vicinity, lightning struck, and they are fast, and yeah, they've got the sights on me, even though the glass, haven't they? That's one. We should be able to get them. They don't seem too much of a problem, and they seem to go before the horses, which is pretty cool. So are we going to get ourselves a nice little skelly horse? Oh, sorry. Oh, got the horse on that occasion. Come on, stay still. Wow, their AI has definitely changed. Right, okay. Now the other question... Whoa, still one more. Right, you're just going to die, my friend. Okay. Right, let's see. Because the danger is, if we put them in and lightning strikes, does that mean they do it again? Saddle. Oh my gosh, let's just dump a load of stuff in here. We picked up a load. We'll sort that out in a moment. So, hey dude, let's see. Can we put a saddle on you? Can we get on you? Put a saddle on you? Because you're already tame. You knocked off my thing. Oh yes. Right, let's put this guy over here if we can. Put him in a stable. Let's put you in here. And then we'll go and see if we can do the others. Oh my gosh, look at the number of hearts this guy has got. I don't know if that makes him fast or just healthy or what, but yeah, that's amazing really. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting these guys in the stables, and we're going to name this one with the hearts. I'm calling him Ghost, so we're going to leave him unnamed. and the same here. I've got Bones, and I've left him unnamed, and I just want to see whether they despawn naturally. And the same with these guys out here, really. In fact, I'm going to leave them. We don't need them, but what will also be interesting is to work out what the mechanics are of these guys. So, for example, if we have another lightning storm, are these guys going to multiply and form more? And will they despawn without the name tags and they've got a saddle on? So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, a little bit of a distraction there, which is quite good. First time that's happening. They must have the strike rate a lot more than previously, for sure. Right, just getting the last of these sorted. So hopefully, once they've all updated, yeah, it's working. The water's not really going that direction. Same here, yeah. So that all should be. Let's just go up here and try and have a look. In fact, we're not going to be able to do it that way, are we? So what we need to do, put that there temporarily. Let's get up here. So yeah, that looks all good. We got spawning spaces there. That's all flowing down, and yeah, I think that's all good. Each direction is flowing in the right way, so all we need to do is remove these bits here, which are just going to fall to the bottom anyway. So, and we want to be over this side, of course, without falling down. Can we get both of those? We can. Cool. Okay. This needs to go down as well. Well, let's just get rid of that ladder. Put that there. I'm going to make my way up the top. We're going to close this off. Probably need to do that as well. Get rid of ladders. Don't want to do it with me stood there though. So right, let me do this, and then there we go, and get rid of these two bits of wood. They can despawn. That can just have a chunk of wood in it, I think, to signify that's where we went down previously. And then we're going to turn these lights off. It should go pitch black in there. Let's just make sure. Looks like it. Have we left something there? It looks like it's lit still, doesn't it? Let me go and have a look. No, it's just the way the lighting's updating. So now I'm going to have to get back up. There we go. That's fine. Okay, yeah, it's just the way the lighting glitches. It is actually, I think if we step on here, F3 lighting level is, where am I looking? Block 7, block 6, yeah. So it's only light because of that. If we do that, it's completely dark under here. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. Let's go and see what happens down the bottom. Hopefully they'll start spawning here, and yeah, we can start getting rid of them. Well, they're definitely dropping. So we've been getting a few dropping down here now as I've been just around the area. So what I thought I'd do is put in that chest, and then that way they're going to land on there. So let's just toss those over there, and they should all end up in the chest. So yeah, that kind of works, and we'll make sure none of it spills over. We'll just wall this off, because there's nothing worse than having it to do that. So that's fine. And then yeah, anything should land in there, should then end up by dropping all of its stuff into the chest. Cool. Well, that's going to be it for today, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. So yeah, come and join me next time getting this horse. I'm on Bones at the moment. It was a bit of a bonus, so but he moves quite quick, this one. He's quite a fast horse. One thing I have noticed, oh, he's back to full health and full hearts now, which is pretty good. He's not a bad jumper, so yeah, pretty good. He might take over as being my main horse, I don't know. So I wonder if we can breed these guys in a normal way with golden carrots and that sort of thing. So that'll be interesting to find out. Some mechanics to play around with, I think. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Please click on like if you did, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now. Bye bye. Bye. Say bye, Bones.